Superman 37 is by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason. Of course, Jorge Jimenez does the art. The start of this, what is it, 5-part crossover between
Yep, 5 parts.
Superman, Super Sons, and Teen Titans. So Superman's issue is basically 2 scenes. And it did crack me up that the best issue of Superman in like 6 months is half a Batman issue.
Yeah,
It's sad, but you're right. This is easily the best issue.
No,
of
it is.
Superman
This is
in
easily
a
the best
long time.
issue of Superman since Reborn.
I feel now that when Tomasi can just play with more characters, he's more motivated to tell a story versus when he's just focused on, the Kent family. Yeah, some of those were pretty cool, but like the early Superman stuff really hinged on Hamilton County.
I do wonder
And those
if he
people.
kind of ran out of ideas for the family, and
Yeah.
ultimately here going, okay, I can do something else, injects it with a bit of life for him. Whereas
'cause-
when we go back to the family after, maybe there's something to be a little concerned about. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, the last true family thing he did was that road trip, and I don't want to go
That
back
was
to that.
rough as
Yeah.
balls.
I don't want to go back to that. So basically, that issue comprises of 2 scenes. The first being Batman, the second being Superman. And in both scenes, Tim Drake of the future, who obviously we just had in Detective Comics for an arc, shows up and is there to incapacitate both because he. And the big thing that they find out at the end, I mean, we knew this going into the story, just kind of from solicits and whatnot, but he's there to take out Superboy because Superboy is ultimately going to cause the end of the world or.
Yeah. Some kind of destruction.
Yeah.
That's him.
So
I just want to say that despite being my favorite Robin, I really hate Tim as Batman. He is just.
I love that I hate him though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
he's-
saying like he doesn't have the type of heat where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to read him. It's just like, what went so wrong now that you're coming from the future to kill people in the past? Like
he's like you say how Tim was the best Robin. I agree. He's the best taken to the worst. That's what this is, and it makes it really enjoyable to read, even if he's not likable.
yeah.
Art's very good in this issue because I mean most of it's fighting, so it kind of has to be. But luckily the layouts, especially the Bruce Tim fight specifically, I thought was especially great.
The Bruce Tim fight.
Yeah, it was very good. But there's obviously a lot of angular panels. There's a lot of motion throughout the whole thing, and you really feel like it's Bruce fighting someone he trained. And there's this sort of match going on, which of course the balance is upset when Tim eventually wins by pulling out a gun and shooting him.
Yeah. And also Tim coming through the window, that classic through the window bat image is just fantastic.
Yeah,
well, I love that he's sitting. You don't get to see Bruce in street clothes that often, so the fact like he's in his like lounge around the manor clothes too, I thought that was a fun.
Yeah,
fun
not the trackies that Priest had him in at the end of the last Justice League issue.
Exactly, just like a sweater and some I guess khakis.
Yeah, I think the benefit of having the first 2 issues of this out in the same day is that I think they did this issue knowing that all the plot can really get going in the next one because this one is mostly just these fights. But I'm actually completely okay with it because it gives them both this weight where he's good enough to take down Batman and Superman. He outthinks them.
Yeah, we kind of just got that in the detective arc of just showing just how well prepared this Tim is. But this is going, no, he's not just prepared for the Bat family. He can take on Superman as well. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he traps him in a red sun. Sorry, not red kryptonite. It's red kryptonite.
It is red kryptonite.
Oh, it's a kryptonite, but I feel like it should have just been a red sun, like force field thing versus red kryptonite.
I think that's why I think that's why I slipped there and thought I'd made a mistake and tried to cover my
it
tracks.
makes more sense to be Red Sun.
It does, but hey, so that's the whole thing. But no, the art's very, 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 very pretty throughout in both scenes, and I like the contrast as well because the first half it's all in the manor, it's all sort of dark, candlelight, all that kind of thing. Second half it's all in the Arctic, it's all very white. Superman's just about to start rebuilding his fortress because it's still wrecked from various events that have happened.
When Superman's monologuing, I was just like, this is kind of weird. Like, is he just talking out loud and then he's talking to Keelix? So I thought that was cool. And he's rebuilding the statues of Ma and Pa, which I feel like that's foreshadowing. With stuff that's going on.
A little symbolic thing that the parents, at least the history of them's coming back, even if they're not going to both be alive.
Yeah.
That makes some sense.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, and then the fight between Tim and Superman, and Tim gets into the battle armor. And he's like, how? And he's like, well, you know, my Superman taught me Kryptonian. And
Because I love that. I was like, of course
Yeah.
Tim was learned Kryptonian. That
course.
doesn't surprise me. Of course. It's
No.
like,
Yeah.
that
I
sounds
only
like
think
something
who his best friend was, and then he drops that. Oh man, I fist bumped. I was at work. I almost dropped my comic, like as I'm reading.
Dear.